prophecies about the corruption of the church in the Gnostic Gospels. So, starting off with the Acts of Peter and the 12 Apostles. For many in the churches have shown partiality to the rich, because they also are sinful, and they give occasion for others to sin, but judge them with uprightness, so that your ministry may be glorified, and that my name also may be glorified in the churches. The disciples answered and said, Yes, truly, this is what is fitting to do. We can compare this with the letter of James chapter 2 and verse 1 to 4. My brothers, show no partiality as you hold the faith in our Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord of glory. Have you not shown partiality among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts? The next text we're going to look at now from the Nag Hammadi library is called On the Origin of the World. And out of envy the authorities mixed their seed with them in hopes of polluting them. They could not. Then, when the blessed beings appeared in luminous form, they appeared in various ways, and each one of them, starting out in his land, revealed his kind of knowledge to the visible church, constituted of the moulded forms of perdition. It, the visible church, was found to contain all kinds of seed, because of the seed of the authorities that had mixed with it. The expression moulded forms of perdition reminds me of the text from 2 Thessalonians in chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first, and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God or that is worshipped, so that he sits as God in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Reading now from the second book of the Great Seth. We were hated and persecuted, not only by those who are ignorant, Gentiles, pagans, but also by those who think that they are advancing the name of Christ, so-called Christians, since they were unknowingly empty, not knowing who they are, like dumb animals. So here in the second book of the Great Seth, we can see the beginnings of Catholic persecution of other Christians. And we can compare this with the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 8. And to the angel of the church in Smyrna write, These things says the first and the last, who was dead and came to life. I know your works, tribulation and poverty, but you are rich, and I know the blasphemy of those who say they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not fear any of those things which you are about to suffer. Indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and you will have tribulation 10 days. Be faithful until death, and I will give you the crown of life. Reading now from the Odes of Solomon, Ode 38. And the corrupting of the corrupter I saw when the bride who was corrupting was adorned, and the bridegroom who corrupts and is corrupted. And I asked the truth, who are these? And he said to me, this is the deceiver and the error, and they imitate the beloved and his bridegroom, and they cause the world to err and corrupt it. And they invite many to the wedding feast, and allow them to drink the wine of their intoxication. So they cause them to vomit up their wisdom and their knowledge, and prepare for them mindlessness. Then they abandon them, and so they stumble about like mad and corrupted men, since there is no understanding in them, neither do they seek it. But I have been made wise, so as not to fall into the hands of the deceivers, and I myself rejoiced, because the truth had gone with me. We can compare this with the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verses 1 to 6. Then one of the 7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and talked with me, saying to me, come, and I will show you the judgment of the great harlot who sits on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth were made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast, which was full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was clothed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and precious stones and pearls, having in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the filth of her fornication. And on her forehead a name was written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and of all abominations of the earth. I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Jesus, and when I saw her, I marvelled with great amazement. So she's the mother of all harlots. So the Catholic Church is the mother of all other churches. So all the churches that believe that Jesus is God, and believe that he's part of some Trinity, and who believe that God is free, this is like a type of blasphemy against God, and these are the daughters of the harlot, the woman who rides the beast, which is the Roman Catholic Church. They also believe in the immortality of the soul, going to heaven when you die, purgatory, hell, eternal torment. All these are blasphemous things against God.